Let's play Battletanx.
Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of Let's Replay Battletanx 64. This time we are doing a Rescue the Queen Lord mission, the first one in the game. We have a nice little supply of items here. Basically, the Queen Lord is being guarded by a Goliath on a rail way down there, and a whole lot of stuff in between. So yeah, a lot of gun buddies, a lot of mines, a lot of other stuff. Now these mines right here, I believe you actually have to defuse them because the Goliath can't fit. I guess it can. I'll just do it anyway. These mines are really easy to get around when you have an M1, so something you can do is just sit up here and snipe it, like before you even see the enemies, just like snipe them off using their radar. You can tell when you hit them because their arrow disappears. Sometimes you have to shoot a lot of times because they're guarded by stuff. Or like change your angle. Oh, as you can see, these things won't shoot through destructible objects. I don't know why that is, but gun buddies will not shoot through those. There's also enemy spawners on this map. Believe it or not, the nuke does not have unlimited range. It doesn't hit the whole map. So if you fire it off and say the corner, it will only hit... Yeah, I'm doing that because these gun buddies really pelt you. If you fire it off and say the corner of the map, it'll only hit, like, stuff in the main core. Whoa, that is lag-tacular. Can't really blame it. Everything on the map just blew up, pretty much. And this is a fairly decent-sized map, as you can see. Yeah, one of my minor complaints is I wish they would have threw some of these maps that are in the campaign into the multiplayer, because I would have loved to have this map in multiplayer. Like, say, have one base be in there, only have this wall closed, so they have to go out around, and then, like, have the Goliath on a rail there. And then, like, have the other Goliath on a rail, like, in there, and have that wall closed off or something. Or just have it, like, in there, back behind there, and there's no other way to get in there or something. Like, and then just have one there and where you spawn. Like, you could totally do that. And that would have been really cool. As you can see there, Goliath lived with a decent chunk of his health, because I believe it weakens as it goes farther. It's a good thing this guy doesn't use and abuse his rapid fire abilities, or he would have won just then. Also, they don't... If you, like... In this game, if you ram up against them, as wrong as that sounds, if you run into them, they will just, like, move back and forth at point blank. Another little glitch is, like, as you saw, his head was, like, flinging around, like, back and forth really fast, which you can't even do. In this level, you just have to, like, touch the Queen Lord, and that's it. As I explained, down there at the bottom, there's a code that you can use to get to the level in case your gamepad breaks, which, again, if anybody knows how to fix that, please tell me. Or any ideas how to fix that. Because I am willing to listen to suggestions and such. Alright, here's the first level where you have your army with you. Now, as you can see, mine consists of 5 Goliaths, one of which is on a rail. Now, a little glitch that happens is, because I have multiple Goliaths, it'll tell me every single time one of my guys gets hit, because it tells you every time your Goliath and your army gets hit, because it only intends for you to have one Goliath. So yeah, that's a little thing there. So basically this time, you have to get the Queen Lord and get back to your base, rather than just get the Queen Lord. So basically, your Goliath on a rail will guard against these, because these are fortified bunkers, you cannot destroy them, and they infinitely spawn enemies. Basically, when you have the Nuclear Knights, it just ends up being your army spawn camping the enemies, pretty much. Your teammates don't go for the Queen Lord. I believe they can pick it up by accident if you die and they're near it. But they don't go for it. They just kill all enemies, and I don't think they go towards gun buddies. Like, they don't try and kill gun buddies. They go for all enemy tanks. They go to kill all enemy tanks. Once they're all destroyed, they'll stop moving. So I guess, like, technically speaking, they could end up getting to this guy. A good strategy for beating these guys is just, like, sit on their rail and shoot straight at them, because there's no way they can dodge. Their dodging really is quite useful, like, whenever they're coming at you from a straight line. Also, there is a lot of time between, like, the Goliath seeing you and turning its head around, so if you come up behind a Goliath, it takes a while for it to turn its head around, and that's a base that I can't destroy. It takes a little while for it to turn its head around. That guy was shooting at me through, trying to shoot me while inside that bunker. They can do that. The enemies in this game are kind of odd. They have a set path and they always go on it, and they can go through walls. It's kind of weird. I don't know why they scripted it like, and I just accidentally blew myself up! Yay! That's cool. Also, if you press L, you can... Is it L? Okay, it's R for me. You can change to your Goliath on a rail. And it tells you when your fortress is being hit. Where did the... Ah, these guys have deflectors. As you can see, your base takes a couple shots. Whoa, I don't know why that guy's moving so fast. Also, your Goliath on a rail can't pick up items, so you want to switch to him and give him health sometimes you can. Usually he doesn't take many hits because he dodges quite effectively. After a certain period of time, your Goliath goes back to your home base, as you can see. You can also run them over, the moto tanks. You can just run them over if you're a Goliath. Can't do it if you're an M1, though. After a certain period of time, the Queen Lord goes back to base, so that's something worthy of mention. Quite annoying, honestly. Especially when you're a Goliath. That's the only really bad thing about playing as the Nuclear Knights. It makes these levels take a bit longer than they would. Because you have to, you know, you're really slow. This map is in the multiplayer, though, so I have nothing to complain about here. There is an opposite side to this parking lot beach over there. So, yeah, there's just another base over there, and then the other base is up in that big square in the top right, if you can see on the map. And then the other base is where your base is. So, yeah, this is a multiplayer map. Nothing to complain about here. Like, there's so many more they could have implemented. Also, this third level, I believe that is also a map, and also the first level is a map, so... The first level, it's basically just like every Goliath is a corner, pretty much. That's pretty much what that is. As you can see, my guys are getting worn down. I don't believe your teammates can heal in any way, shape, or form, so, you know, once they're dead, they're dead. Also, after all your Goliaths die, you start spawning M1s. I'm not 100% sure the reasoning behind that. But you do. And why this guy isn't... Oh yeah, I guess one of my teammates... I think one of them just died, oh well. Also, you have a Queen Lord, so if they get your Queen Lord and get back to base, they win. So, and then you have to restart the level. Just thought I'd make you fully aware of that. Already did 2 levels in about 8 minutes. 7-8 minutes. That's not bad. On to the next level, another map like this. If you were playing, in Griffin's army, the Goliath would have started right here, and he would have automatically shot a guy down here. So, in this one, there's 2 enemy bases. Oh my. Yes, and there is no friendly fire in this game, in the sense that, like, well, there is friendly fire, like you can shoot your own teammates. But in this game, for some reason, the enemy gangs, they don't fight each other, they only fight you. I don't know why that is. Some type of weird alliance? I don't know. I thought they were, like, fighting over the women. Why would they, like, keep them in separate bases and stuff? There's a lot of indestructible stuff here. Yeah, as you saw, that guy was just shooting his own gun buddy. Yeah. These bases are a bit more heavily guarded. The Psycho Brigade, their starting weapon is a shield. I don't know why their Goliath doesn't have one. The Goliath on your rail actually does have one in stock of their item, I think. I'm not sure if that's true for the Nuclear Knights. No, it's not. That's not true for the Nuclear Knights, I guess. Actually, I think sometimes it glitches. Yeah. No, wait, no, it didn't. Okay, that was the Goliath in my base. Sometimes it glitches and you spawn as your other Goliath instead of the one on the rail when you're playing as the Nuclear Knights. Just little glitches like that. I'm not really complaining about them. Sometimes your gunshot doesn't make a sound. That might just be due to age, and I just killed him before he even saw me. So in this one, we have the Psychos and the Skull Riders. So, Psycho Brigade, I guess they're called. Whatever. Yeah, as you can see, the Queen Lords basically just have different hair color. That's about it. And you can carry multiple of them at a time. Easy way to tell which bunkers are fortified and which aren't is by the sirens on top of them. Can't go through these tank things. I forget what they're called. I forget what those are called, honestly. Tank spikes, maybe? I think they, like... In real life, those, like, undo tank treads, so tanks can't go through them for whatever reason. I'm not really sure the science behind that or why that makes sense, but... Suffice to say, those giant tack-looking things, you can't go through them. So, yeah. Again, I don't think I ever mentioned this, but why is there no other vehicles in a post-apocalyptic world other than tanks? Like, there's no battleships, no bombers, no nothing. Just tanks. It's okay for anyone who's played Advance Wars. Tanks! Lots and lots of tanks. That's how you win that game, getting lots and lots of tanks. Here's the next bonus level. One of the main reasons I would not recommend the driver control setting is because on the driver control setting, your R and L buttons are your move sideways rather than your arrows, and that's kind of hard to use and fire at the same time. It's near impossible. It's not really much of a problem besides this in campaign mode, because you don't really use your Goliath very much. Also, in normal maps, if you hit back on the C buttons for a little bit, you can get off the rail, but on this map you can't. And then they lose their rapid fire and their ability to move on the rail, and there's no way to get back on the rail either. So, be wary of doing that. If you're playing as Griffin's army, you can actually switch to your Goliath and leave your M1 there to guard the base. Because he does respawn so long as you have lives, I believe. So he'll respawn, so you can just leave him there to guard the base. And then go all conquest with your Goliath, because your Goliath is by far your most powerful guy. These guys are starting to take shots. I was not aware of that. Yeah, this game can get a little bit laggy sometimes. In general, the N64 did have some lag, which was fair enough because, like, I really don't have any complaints toward the N64. It's really good. Mainly because they weren't making it for money so much. I mean, I realize every company makes stuff for money more so, but like they were making it because they knew people would really enjoy them, not to be greedy money people. That's one of the things. Like in general, that was the way the N64 games were. Most N64 games were good. Nowadays, you can just find so many craptacular games where they just make a really crap campaign really fast, throw in a multiplayer mode, and say, here you go, here's your game. And then basically they just rely on people liking multiplayer mode, that's it. That's pretty much what the whole Xbox is, for the most part. I mean, I don't want to sound like a jerk, but that is honestly what I pretty much think they do with most of the Xbox games. They're just like, we'll just put Xbox Live in it, multiplayer, that's all I care about. Just want to play with the friends, I don't care about, quality or anything. Screw that. Minor little rant thing there, I guess. It's not really a rant, just stating the fact, pretty well. That pretty much is a fact. It's hard to find an Xbox game that does not have Xbox Live, and isn't more of a multiplayer game than a single-player game. One of the few disexamples is Banjo-Tooie and Banjo-Kazooie on the Xbox Live Arcade, because for some reason Rare went over to Xbox. I don't know why that is. Basically, all their good work just went down the toilet. Oh, let's make all this really good stuff with Nintendo, and then jump ship for no reason, go to Xbox, and then make a whole bunch of craptacular games? That's a good plan. Yep. Because don't get me wrong, Nuts and Bolts, it's a good game. It's just not a good Banjo-Kazooie game. You see how it works? Like, whose bright idea was it to be like, okay, let's put all these moves in this game, and let's throw them all out. Yep, let's just throw them all out, and then put in vehicles. Yeah, because everybody likes vehicles. Yep. Yep. What do you mean no? Shut up and get out of our face. It's pretty much what they did. As I said, don't get me wrong. It's not a bad game. It's just not a good Banjo-Kazooie game. Like, it's just not a Banjo-Kazooie game. It just has their name slapped on it. Pretty much. I mean, I realize it has all the characters in it, but, like, there's no relation between the two at all. Other than the characters. It's like whenever a series makes a movie that has absolutely nothing to do with the storyline. It just has the characters. Like, pretty much isn't part of the show, but it just has the same characters. It's kind of like that. Kind of like, I guess a good example would be, like, say, Brawl. Oh, say Brawl in, like, the Super Smash Bros. Series, where they just, like, throw in the characters from different series. Like, they're not really related to the story very much, but they're, you know, just characters in general. I should have read the thing there. I love this cutscene. Here we're in, like, a desert-type area. And I love the start of this level. Oops, sorry, I just skipped that by accident. Sorry about that. Sorry if you couldn't read that. I think you might be able to pause if you try really hard. Sorry about it. So he's having awesome dream/nightmare things. It's cool. It's cool. That's kind of odd music there. Here we have, like, the Mechanists, I believe they're called. Their special weapon is the Gun Buddies, and there's the Nuclear Knights, my favorite gang. Is it just me, or do the Nuclear Knights bear a striking resemblance to super mutants in Fallout 3? It's kind of suspicious to me, but at the same time, I don't know. They could have not taken the idea from this. It could just be a coincidence, but they do look suspiciously alike. You have to give me that. So, really quick, shoot this gas station, because your teammates will run into that like a bunch of morons. Okay, so the Mechanists are the light green army. The Nuclear Knights are going to be the gray ones because I'm playing as the Nuclear Knights. I will not use my nuke on this map because I have teammates. I like teammates. There's a lot of gun buddies on this map, I might point out. Also, the AI in this game toward gun buddies is kind of weird. They don't aim for gun buddies unless the gun buddy shoots them. I find that kind of weird. So the AI, a little bit questionable in terms of gun buddies. I don't know why that gun buddy stopped shooting me, but I'm glad it did. Must have been trying to aim for another guy on my team who's getting me stuck. Yeah, sometimes when two of your guys get stuck together, they blow up. Like, one of them blows up. So, be wary of that. They usually don't friendly fire. They rarely do it. I don't know why... Just blow him up, because I'd rather have the Goliath. I don't know why sometimes the M1s move really fast. That's a glitch. They don't move that fast. I don't know what causes that. Yeah. As you can see, that Goliath just went straight through that wall and that bunker, so they don't aim for bunkers either. The little shield guy there is a shield. Shields give you a little deflector shield that reflects back damage for a little bit. I don't know why the game just lagged. Probably a gas station blew up. Yep. And every single army you're up against right here, which is 3 of them, there is a Goliath on a rail. So the easiest way is to get to the side of them and, you know, flank them. There's also a ton of gun buddies on this map. I don't know what the deal is. Yeah, there's a gray corpse that belonged to an enemy Nuclear Knight member. And that was a bunker that spawned Goliath, so... In the campaign, there's strangely a large amount of, non-Goliath Nuclear Knight members, which is kind of weird, because they are only Goliaths. Just get rid of these gun buddies real quick. Just an annoying little pest. As you can see, they only do, like, one bar of damage. They're not too threatening. In the base levels, you usually have 2 of them helping guard your base, like in little alcoves beside the fortress. They're usually there helping. Oh, God. Oh, thank God I have health. Yeah, mines do a lot of damage to everything in the game, including Goliath. That's probably what my teammates died from. I still have 1 guy remaining. I believe he's an M1, though. Yeah. I don't know how many allies you get spawned, and I don't know why he's not shooting those gun buddies. As I said, the AI isn't the brightest in this game. It's on a set path. It only attacks things that attack it, for the most part. There's a Goliath over there, or there's a gun buddy over there somewhere. Shoot 3 times. Should be gone. Alright. In this level, we just have to get to the end of the level. That's it. As I said, these 3 Goliaths on rails are kind of annoying. Made it! Alright. So, Next time, we will take on the next level of Battletanx 64. Thank you for watching. Tune in for part 3. I'll just let this roll for you guys. I love that animation. Bam. No tanks lost. It's a good thing your teammates don't eat up your 1-ups. That'd be bad. Okay, so thank you for watching, and next time we take on the next level.